Hey, everybody. I'm Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of Listen Vision Studios, and you're tuned into District Spotlight with my man, my DJ.
B-Dub the Boy Wonder.
That's my guy. How you doing, B-Dub? That's not a proper.
No. I'm feeling good this Friday.
Yeah.
How are you this evening?
I am feeling great. Why are we feeling great?
I am so stoked this evening because we have a hip hop legend, a hip hop icon. We could just go on and on, but Jeru the Damaja will be
The original dirty rotten scoundrel
Yes,
will
sir.
be with us via Skype from abroad.
Yes. What, UK? Where is he over there? In the UK,
I think he's in Canada. He's touring.
Oh, he's touring right
I
now.
believe
Okay.
he's in Canada. So
all right.
we're going to be getting him on the Skype line here in just a bit. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have an incredible show lined up that entails DJ Premier and these dunks right here. It entails Rakim and his birthday, some Jeru, totally original vinyl, and J Dilla dolls and Afu Ra signed material. We're going to be unboxing some absolutely incredible pieces for the Hip Hop Museum, like a gold plaque from the RIAA for Method Man's debut album,
Dope.
amongst many other things like Common
Okay.
and Snoop Dogg. Murder Was the Case. Okay. So we have a really action-packed show today, but right now I want to quickly pay tribute. I don't know if you notice, I'm wearing a jersey right now. This jersey is a Negro League baseball jersey, and it is paying tribute to the Homestead Grays. This being Black History Month.
You got to stand up. You got to stand up.
I have to
They got to
stand up?
see the whole. There we go. And I love.
My last name is
Beavers.
Beaver.
I know
Okay.
Beavers.
So this is the Portland, Oregon team here. But this jersey in particular is paying tribute to the Homestead Grays. The Homestead Grays, also known as the Washington Grays, were a professional baseball team that played in the Negro Leagues in the United States. Okay, the team was formed in 1912 by Cumberland Posey and remained in continuous operation for 38 seasons, all the way into the 50s. The team was originally based in Homestead, Pennsylvania, adjacent to Pittsburgh. By the 1920s, with increasing popularity in the Pittsburgh region, the team retained the name Homestead, but crossed the Monongahela River to play
That's
all
a word.
home games in Pittsburgh. Okay, from 1940 to 1942, the Grays played half of their home games in where?
Atlanta.
Washington, D.C., right here in Washington, your nation's capital, while remaining in Pittsburgh for all the other stands. As attendance at their games in the nation's capital grew, just grew, by 1943, the Grays were playing more than two-thirds of their game here in the Washington region. So, yeah, shout out to the Homestead Grays, or the Washington Grays, Negro League team. And in a moment, we are going to get him on the line, on the Skype here, the one and only. He is going to, on air, come clean with us.
Yes, sir.
He is not going to be playing himself.
Not at all.
The one and only Jeru the Damaja will be with us here shortly. So stay tuned.
That's 99.9% right.
Oh, that they keep coming. Okay, so we won't be talking with any bitches.
I like that one.
I gotcha. Okay, and we will be talking shortly with the Prophet.
The Prophet.
The Prophet.
And you will
Okay.
feel the wrath of our math.
Oh,
Just a
you
sec.
got me. Okay, the sun will be rising shortly here. Stay tuned after this break. Peace.
Here's what you've been missing at Listen Vision Studios.
That's good.
8494. Here's when you...
Hey, and we're back. I'm Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of Listen Vision, with my DJ, the one and only
B-Dub the Boy Wonder.
Nice. I love it.
Did I have to yell that one? But that's all right.
We have an incredibly action-packed show today. So many things going on. We're waiting to get in touch with Jeru via Skype overseas, and while we're trying to get in touch with Jeru, let me go through some hip hop news. Okay, a little bit of sad. I'm going to start with a little bit of sad news with the passing of Lovebug Starsky. And if many people don't know, I'd like to just talk a little bit about who he was. He's a DJ. He was a rapper. He began his career as a record boy in 1971 as hip-hop first appeared in the Bronx. And he eventually became a DJ at Disco Fever Club in 1978. He's one of the people who coined the term hip-hop. In the Bronx, Kevin Smith, better known as Lovebug Starsky, was considered one of the first hip-hop style rappers. Lovebug Starsky joined Pete DJ Jones sets, a disco, Starsky and DJ Hollywood's partner, as he migrated the hip-hop style rapping from disco DJing to hip-hop DJing when he jammed at what became known as the Burger King Disco, and later worked with Grandmaster Flash. DJ Kool Herc said the first MCs he heard that rhymed in hip-hop style were Melly Mel and his brother Kid Creole, who were both part of Flash's crew. But Starsky is the person who introduced it to the Bronx hip-hop set, where it quickly became the standard. Starsky recorded his first single, Positive Life, on the Taster record label in 1981, sampling by the British group Mars. And then he later had songs on the soundtrack to Rappin', and released his first album, House Rocker, on Epic CBS Records. So everyone knows him from the Juicy line, but he's done so much more for hip hop than just you may see me in DC, Lovebug Starsky. I totally fucked that up, but you get the point. Anyways, R.I.P. to a legend. Also, a really incredible piece of news is that Nas recently performed with the National Symphony Orchestra.
Oh, dope.
At the Kennedy Center. And if you have not seen that, I implore you to go to pbs.org and go watch it. It's absolutely incredible, and groundbreaking. Definitely the first hip-hop artist that I'm aware of to play with the National Symphony Orchestra, especially at the Kennedy Center.
That's like a perfect fit.
You should have seen it. He was perfect. Everything was perfect.
Who can you ask greater?
Really incredible stuff. In mid-March, Prime, which is Royce da 5'9" and DJ Premier, I don't know if you can see, but we have some DJ Premier. What are these, Dunks or Air Force Ones? These are Air Force Ones. These are Air Force Ones. These are the DJ Premier Air Force Ones, and they're also, part of the collection here at the Hip Hop Museum, the largest collection of hip hop memorabilia in the United States. So, that album, Prime 2, Part 2, is coming out here in mid-March. And then we also want to run down some birthdays. So, Big Boy of Outkast, his birthday is on February 1st. Happy birthday, Big Boy, turning 43. Right here, my man Cameron Giles, Sherman Moss. How do you pronounce that? Giles or Giles? Giles. Cameron Giles, Giles, better known as Killa Cameron, turns 42. Happy birthday to you, Cameron. Jay Dilla, one of the greatest hip-hop producers of all time. Jay Dilla, R.I.P. Jay Dilla, would have turned 44 on February 7th. The legendary DJ Kid Capri, he turned 51 the other day on the 7th. Interestingly enough, in some hip-hop news, on February 1st, the Fugees released, in 1994, the Fugees released their debut album, Blunted on Reality. January 31st, 1994, Cream was released. That's how long ago this was. And our guest today, Jeru the Damaja's birthday, is coming up here on February 14th. So happy birthday ahead of time.
Valentine's Day. Okay.
To our guest, Jeru the Damaja. And to that, I will drink a Highball. Our sponsor for every show is Highball Energy Drinks. No sugar, unsweetened, B vitamins, 0 calories. Highball Energy. They keep us motivated. Oh, I love it so much. Anyways, the last birthday I want to talk about is somebody who you're playing right this second. It's incredible to me that everybody didn't talk about this because I think it's a big deal. Rakim turned 50 on the 28th of January. And in honor of that, Jay, we want to play a remix that we did here at Listen Vision from the Beat Bar. In honor of Rakim's 50th birthday, this is a remix of a freestyle he did way back in the day in the 80s. Remix to a beat that you can get here from the Beat Bar at Listen Vision. Take it away, Rakim.
Rakim means sun god in the land of the bone-faced people. Ra means sun god. Kim is another word for Egypt. And it means the land of the bone-faced people.
I hold the mic as hostage, MCs as ransom. Rhymes to punish them cause they don't understand them. I heat up his brain, then explain, then I hand him a red hot microphone. Rhymes for information, unite and ignite. Like a platoon putting bullet wounds in the mic. If you curse me, it ain't no mercy. Give him an autopsy. Killed by mercenary. I took a kid and cut off his eyelids. Kill him slow so he can see what I did. And if he don't understand what I said, I'm pushing his eyeballs way to the back of his head so he can see what he's getting into. A part of the mind that he never been through. The journey is coming cause you're getting sent to a place harder to find, but it's all in the mix.
My mother, she used to sing on the radio back in Brooklyn, My brother played the piano, my sister sing, my other brother played the sax and piano. I played the sax and drums, so it's like, it helps me a lot when, I sit down and write rhymes. I know different musical backgrounds and things of that nature.
I run a brain scan to locate his game plan. When I'm through with his brain, he ain't the same man. Did he lose his mind or lost in his mind? But this ain't the lost and found, because you can't find your foundation. Coasting, your mind is drifting in slow motion, frozen. Looks like another murder at the Mardi Gras, B. Too late to send out a search party. Once you're out of your head, then you can't get back. I give them a map, but they still get trapped. So prepare for chamber. The torch is coming up, trip through the mind. At the end is the punishment. You know what I'm saying?
Hey everybody, we are back with District Spotlight every Friday at 5. I'm Jeremy Beaver with my DJ, the one, the only,
Got a new one for you. DJ B-Dub, the boy wonder.
The B-Dub, the DJ dinosaur. So, while we're waiting to get, this is our Jeru edition. Jeru the Damaja is an incredible artist hailing from the Bronx, New York, and we're going to get him here on Skype shortly. But I wanted to talk about some of the things we have here on our set. We have a special picture disc of Jeru and obviously Wrath of the Math signed CD here. Rakim's 50th birthday, so we have Rakim's signed CD, and these are all from the Hip Hop Museum here at Listen Vision, listenvision.com. If you want to check out the museum, it's free and open to the public 7 days a week, noon until 8 p.m. And at the very end here, I don't know if you saw this, also part of Gangstar Foundation is Afu Ra. That's an Afu Ra signed vinyl from D&D Studios.
I personally love that guy, man. Love that guy.
Yeah, I do too. And the Gangstar Foundation, if folks don't know, is Afu Ra, Guru,
Big shout out to Big Shug,
Group Home, and Big Shug. I was a big Group Home fan. The song "Living Proof" was a big deal to me. I did a few DJ routines with that.
Off of that one. Wow.
Back in the day. Anyways, if you're just tuning in, this is the Jeru the Damaja edition, and we're talking about Black History Month all month and all year and every single day here at Listen Vision, because that's not how we do. We celebrate Black History every day of the year because that's how it should be. So in honor of Black History Month, we have a few pieces that we wanted to kind of show you. A lot of people don't realize just how powerful Fannie Lou Hamer, the civil rights leader, was in her day, and especially being a woman, it's incredibly powerful that she was able to have the guts and the gall to stand up and speak out for what she knew was right. And again, from the Beat Bar, this is a remix that we did with some words from Fannie Lou Hamer to, with a beat behind it from the Beat Bar. I think these are some really powerful words. Please listen to what she has to say here on listenvisionlive.com.
Flag is drenched with our blood. Because you see, so many of our ancestors was killed because we have never accepted slavery. We had to live on it, but we've never wanted it. So we know that this flag is drenched with our blood. So what the young people are saying now, give us a chance to be young men, respected as a man, as we know this country was built on the black back of black people across this country. And if we don't have it, you ain't gonna have it either, because we gonna tear it up. That's what they saying. And people ought to understand that. I don't see why they don't understand. They know what they've done to us. All across this country. They know.
Hey everybody, thanks for staying tuned to District Spotlight every single Friday at 5. That was Fannie Lou Hamer with some incredibly powerful words on top of a beat from the Beat Bar here at Listen Vision. Please give us a call if you're interested in getting studio time, 202-332-8494. If you're interested in finding out more about our production services, or you want your own radio show or a music video, or you want to be part of Listen Vision Academy and take some courses, it's all at listenvision.com. And yes, listen, the word has a T, listenvision.com, listenvision.com. Okay? One of the things that we do for the Hip Hop Museum, and one of the reasons this show exists, is simply because we want to, honor and preserve hip hop culture. And Jeru being our guest today, some of the folks that come to mind are folks like, to be honest with you, only shortly after, just a few years after, Jeru came out, Black Thought and the Roots started putting out material. And we have video evidence of just how far they go back. This is a clip from 1994 of Black Thought freestyling and Questlove beatboxing that, again, we remixed with a beat from the Beat Bar here at Listen Vision, listenvision.com. Check it out. This is The Roots remixed.
Listen vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Now dig it. Yo, I flips and spins on petroleum because I'm the slicker kid tagging my name in Crylon and Rust-Oleum. Everybody know we up, better they know we are. The S to the TR. Whoops, I forgot to say the A up in the middle as I groove it just a little. And I rap is not a riddle. It is the kid you can't forget, or better you could forget me never cause I'm clever. My shit is mad together. I'm rough as leather. You wonder whoever or who is it? Yet it is the one. Black thought the mad exquisite. Kid to get evicted out the house. I am the one that got the versatile as crazy wild style as rude rap. Yes, it is the new rap. Never is it old shit. If system old shit that I kick from the top of the dome shit, I better litten. You know I'm not kidding, not forgetting. Way back in the 1 to the 9 and 8 to the 3 and it was me and then I was finding, signing my name a better signing or tagging this shit on the walls and I was bragging. Hostile dick accept the cops when I hops at stops. The turnstile, then I burn styles, I better burn piles, I better burn files that other MCs be trying to kick in. The styles is ridiculous. Finger licking good like as if I was fucking chicken. Yes, I am the kid that got the Ronald McDonald, but not down with the Mickin. Or better the Big Mackin. I am the abstract, versatile kid that's blackin'. Black thought the 5 to the foot, 8 inches. Shorter just to slaughter MCs, yo, that be cinches. Or better, it's a cinch. For me to grab the microphone and pitch as I inch up, then I inch up another inching. Yes, I be like glitching like the mob, yo, I consider it my job just to rob a slop and hang 'em and bang 'em and brutalize 'em and murder 'em. Yo, it's like that, and you know I'm cooler with the E to the F to the P-O and the show on the going. Yes, I be like Cohen all around the place. That's why the bitches be like knowing that I'm like growing, getting harder and longer cause my styles is mad stronger. Yes, I am Black Thought, a freestyle song performer. And when I'm on a shit, I'm wild, but sometimes I get calmer. Word to your papa or your mama. Rama, yo, that is the truth. And I grab the microphone and then I raise the roofing. I'm from the group called the Roots, and it's like that. I step with boots and I grows like fruits. Green, don't stop. Green is what I mean, I'm on the scene. Yo, I am the true gangster lean. Pink, I think I got to go to the sink to wash my hands and then I put my mans in blue, who the hell are you? I am the one that's from the Roots crew and I'm telling you to rebel. Steve, yes, you know he's gonna leave after he busts straight on pieces and peach. Yo, I am the kid that got the speech that you can't impeach because I am not a leech, I won't war. Yes, y'all, everybody as I call you, you got to kick the ball. Trash, the trash is for your asses growing over there right next to the grass and then I spaz with Jan. Bam, yo, what did you say? I can't hear you, my man. Oh yes, there you go, you said the can's a painting. You know I ain't a saint because I am the baddest, the kid that gets the maddest. Yo, you never had it.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of Listen Vision, and you're tuned into District Spotlight. This is an incredibly special show today, and we have so many things going on. I don't really know where to start, but one of the things I know we got to get to is unboxing items for the Hip Hop Museum. We have an absolutely incredible item at the end of this show, so please stay tuned. That item, I guess I already revealed it, is a gold plaque. RIAA certified from Method Man's first solo album, Tikal. The Tikalian Stallion. So here we go. Here's our first item that we're unboxing here from Olympia, Washington.
Okay.
I believe Olympia is the capital of Washington State, and I only know that from geography class 100 years ago.
And I think you are right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not Seattle.
No.
It's not Seattle.
Which many people may think, but no.
Right, but no. So I love when they pack it properly because then it doesn't get injured, but it makes it a little more oh wow, hello, a little more challenging to get out. All right, yoink. Here we go. All right. Ooh, love it. And
wow.
This is what we have.
Wow.
Murder was the case that they gave me. So, as you can see, so murder was the case, VHS.
VHS, wow.
You know, and if anyone remembers this, let me just read this here.
I wonder how many people actually still have a VHS player in their house.
Says 1994. And I'm just actually looking for the. Oh, it's 50 minutes long. So anyone who remembers. Oh, let me show the back here real quickly. So anyone who remembers, this was, really one of the first. I don't want people to call me out on this, so I'll just say one of the first. Music videos turned like movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And here in the collection, if you want to quickly pan over, Jay, to the Suge Knight jacket, the Snoop Dogg right down there. Yeah, that Snoop Dogg jacket right there. So we have, material from Snoop Dogg. We have clothing that was supposed to be given to Snoop Dogg, but Suge kept it because they had a falling out. And so now it's in our collection, and we are going to put this right there. We're going to move James Yancey. We're going to move Mr. Yancey ever so slightly to the right. All right, cool. That was cool.
Give me 1 second. I actually have Jeru, the Damaja, right here on Messenger. What's going on, Jeru? I don't think we can hook this up 1 second. But hey, how's it going, sir? Can you hear me? What's going on?
Can you hear us, Jeru?
Oh, wow. Y'all can't see, actually. We got to fill y'all in on what's going on right now because he's actually on the phone. But we're talking to Jeru right now. He's actually in Toronto. Okay.
Right, Skype is rocking now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a break. Hey, Jeru, DJ Boom, how's it going? All right, we're going to hit you on Skype right now. We're going to go to a break. Listeners, stay tuned because we have the one, the only, the original. The original. Yeah, look at that. He's on the phone, hitting him up on Skype right now. The original. Soon to be with us. Stay tuned. Hold tight.
Listen, vision. DC's #1 recording studio. 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 Listen, vision. DC DC's #1 recording studio.
Appreciate. Hold on 1 second. Hold. What you got?
I'm all the way up.
What you got? Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for staying tuned with us. We really appreciate it. We can't believe it. One of the greatest hip-hop legends of all time is actually stuck in a snowstorm, which is why we're a little bit late in getting him online. But thank you so much, Jeru, for being with us.
Oh man, thank you for having me. Sorry for the delay, you know what I mean? But we're driving. We just drove from Montreal. We have a show tonight in Guelph, Ontario. So we get to go and we just
Turn his volume down a little.
My coverage wasn't like picking up. So.
Yeah, no worries at all. Well, we appreciate you being with us. We have an incredibly special set and a lot of special stuff from our Hip Hop Museum here. You haven't just called in to do an interview at the largest internet radio station in America. You've also called DC's largest and oldest recording studio, and in our lobby, we have the largest collection of hip-hop memorabilia in America. So one of the... So yeah, and you're already a part of it. You didn't even know. So you're right. And now you're audio-visually a part of it. But here we are with the autographed Wrath of the Mass CD, okay, and the picture disc. Which, if you come here to Listen Vision at the entrance to Howard University in your nation's capital, you will see these two items from Jeru, and we hope to get more from you soon.
Yes, sir. We got to get you down to the city, bro.
We got to get you down because for 13 years, well, we've been in business for 20, but for 13 years, we do Howard Homecoming. So right here at the entrance to Howard Homecoming. Yeah, so did you ever perform at Howard Homecoming?
Yes, I did. Actually, it was me, Biggie, Camille, we were all out there. It was a really crazy time.
Well, speaking of Premier, we even have our official Air Force One DJ Premier sneakers on set to pay a little honor to him. We have our Jay Dilla doll, whose birthday was just the other day, R.I.P. Jay Dilla. And right before you got on air, we unboxed, right here is a VHS cassette of Murder Was the Case. So... That's some of the stuff that we do here. But let's get without further ado, we want to get right into the interview. And you're doing the first question we wanted to ask is, you're like this crazy world traveler. Where do you live now? And what, for a kid that grew up in Brooklyn, where shout out Brooklyn, where I'm from as well. Brooklyn all day. I'm from Brooklyn Heights. Let me ask you, what made you want to go overseas? What made you want to travel?
I mean, I've been traveling for 20 years. It's over 20 years, 25 years. Thanks to Gangstar Guru, R.I.P. took me my first trip in 1992, and doing what I'm doing. And I just love to travel. For me, America is really too small right now, and when I say that is because the way Europe is like, I'm in Berlin, but if I get bored, I could go to London in an hour for like $50. I could only get to DC in an hour, really. You know what I mean? Or
yeah.
The other country I can go to Canada or something like that.
So we're having a little bit of technical difficulties, but
jump on the train for an hour and be in Poland, or 4 hours be in Prague, or 6 hours on the train be in Amsterdam, and I just like to travel. So.
And do you feel like you get what type of reception do you get in Europe and abroad versus the reception you get here in the States? What's the difference?
I get the same reception, but it's just more of a market for what I do in Europe. It's just a different kind of vibe. It's a different place. They have a whole they have, let's for instance, they have huge hip hop festivals with 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 people. That's only jazz hip hop and 90s hip hop. You know what I mean? So it's just a different kind of. They have different veins and yeah, it's just good. It's good. It's good for what I do.
So I have to ask two questions. You know, what influence did growing up in Brooklyn have on your music versus the influence that, you know, Europe might have on your music now?
Well, I mean, I'm 46 years old, so I'm 100,000% Brooklyn. I've only been listening.
Speaking of which, happy birthday in a little bit here. Happy birthday!
2 days, the February 14th. So I'm Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been living in Europe for 2 years. I've been on and off for about 3 or 4, but it's not changing who I am. It's different. The quality of life is different. You know, people always ask me, like, is there racism or whatever? Of course there's racism. I just like their brand of racism better. You know what I mean? I know I'm not going to get killed and I get pulled over by a cop or you know, people don't bother you. It's easier. I don't have to watch my back. People are more relaxed. And you know what else is too? People are more educated on the world because there's so many different cultures and so close to each other. People travel. You know, in America, people don't really travel. We have people in our neighborhoods in Brooklyn or in D.C. who've never left D.C. Who've never left Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what we do about the world is we get it from the internet. Or we get it from television as people travel. So they're a bit more open-minded.
Yeah.
With a lot of, I mean, think about it. Back in the days, in slaves and blacks and all that, they were going to France and other different places like that.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean? All the old jazz musicians.
Even Miles Davis, even Miles Davis.
But it was just that World War II happened, so dudes were like, whoa, we got to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get out there.
Yeah. So this actually this is a question I was going to ask later on, but I'm going to get to it right now because you're an enlightened person, and you, I think, were incredibly brave at a time in hip hop when hip hop was going one direction. You chose to go the more kind of enlightened, spiritual, intellectual angle, and I'm just wondering. You know, of course, that's who you are, but like, what spawned that decision? Because real talk, at that time, that wasn't the popular thing to do.
I mean, that's, you know, that was just part of my growth. You know what I mean? Of turning me into the person that I am today. I was young. I was idealistic. I was arrogant. You know what I mean? I thought I knew everything, and I felt like I wanted to stand for something, which is not a bad thing. Of course, I got some things wrong, and I know so much more now. But you know, that was just it was me developing to the man that I am today.
Speaking of which, and because we're not really, you're only just a couple years older than myself, and growing up myself from Brooklyn, New York, and now I've been 22 years here in Washington, D.C., you know, that scene in New York in the 80s and 90s, you could never, there's no words that we could use to explain that to anybody else. And it probably does run through your blood the way it runs through mine. What effect do you think, you know, DJ Premier had on your music, and how was making songs with him different than making songs with other people?
Well, I mean, first of all, we were brothers, and at that time, we were kind of influencing the way they saw things because they weren't from Brooklyn. You understand what I'm saying? They were from Boston and from
Houston,
Texas, and right. So it was like we were their connection with Brooklyn. They showed us different ways of looking and thinking, but I mean, we were just brothers. We were kids doing what we loved to do, and you know, and that's what it was.
Was it that evident at that time when they came to town? Was it that evident that these guys weren't from here?
I mean, when we started hanging out, they had already been living in the Bronx for a while. My man Tommy Hill and Gus, they had been hanging with Guru since 80-something. You know, I came on the scene about 88. Something like that, but since 87, 86, my man Tommy Hill and Gus, they've been hanging out with Guru. He been living in the Bronx. So I mean, you know, it's just like anywhere, getting your legs on but it's different when you grew up somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's all it was. But I mean, we were just friends, and we were human beings, and we loved the same things, and you know, they were Brooklyn. You know what I mean? That's just what it was. They were just Brooklyn. Whatever. They down. We all down. You know, we the crew.
You've worked with two of the most prolific hip hop producers in the history of hip hop, and a few of your songs are easily in the top 100 best hip hop songs of all time. But
Thank you.
well, no, these are just facts. I'm not. You know, this is. I mean, you're welcome.
Facts.
You're welcome. But hashtag facts, okay? But after two critically acclaimed albums, you took a hiatus, a little bit of a break from what we can see in our research, almost 6 years. What was the reason for that break?
Well, not really. I put out an album called Superhuman Click probably a few years later. I mean, I think it was a great album, but I think that people were looking for a DJ Premier produced album, so they didn't really give it the chance that they should have given it to me, but it's a lot of songs on there, like 99.9%. I think that record probably sold more records than Come Clean, and when I go around the world, it's a huge hit. I think that it was just at that time when people, you know, wanted to see that, and that's all it was. And then I did, then after that record, I think I let myself, because I produced everything, I did all the scratches, I did everything, and I think I let critics bother me a little bit by saying, oh, it wasn't as great, or you could hear this. And that's all it was, when I should have just kept doing what I was doing. And I put out Divine Design. So I've been putting out records, and they sell all over the world, but they just weren't critically acclaimed because I think everybody has what they want to see. And they felt like, well, this is what you were doing, so this is what you are. And that's not it. But if you listen to those records now,
what happened there? So, Jeru, stay with us here. We lost audio connection here. Hopefully, we'll get this audio back here in just a moment. But you know, it sounds to me, you know, from our perspective, that possibly, you know, the sound of hip hop changed, and if you remain true to your own sound, but then the sound of hip hop, you know, goes in a different direction, you could be doing the greatest thing. You could be releasing the same, you know, Illmatic or The Sun Only Rises, but then the mark has changed, but you might not be willing to sell your soul to attain that mark. Do you feel like that's true at all in your case?
I don't, this is the thing. I don't feel like changing your music is selling yourself. Music can't stay the same. Which artists do you know that the music just stays the same forever? You know, people want, they love to romanticize the 90s and the 90s hip hop and all of that. And they love to say, well, music is, but everything has to change. It has to evolve. You know, you can't stay stuck. Miles Davis, all those guys, they constantly change their styles. They evolved. And hip hop, I don't understand why. I was saying this the other day. People want it to be stuck. They don't want it to grow. You might not like what's going on today, but that's part of the evolution. And just because it's not as clever as you think it should be or whatever, it's still part of the evolution. Evolution, you don't always get the best part. Sometimes you go through a crappy period in order for the new thing to shine through. But you have to let that go so that it can shine through. And people want to stick it back into the 90s, but we didn't want to stick the music back into the 80s. I think the 80s were great. I think a bunch of stuff, you know what I mean? So it's just that, look, if we had the technology that they have today to make music, who knows what our music would sound like now?
Right.
If we had the technology and the computers and all of that in the 80s and 90s. To me personally, I think a lot of the content, the lyrical set, not the lyrical, excuse me, the music is more sonic. Me and Psycho Les from the Beat Nuts were talking about that. We have a group called the Funky Pandas that we're working on, and we're like, the music today is way more sonic. The drums are harder. The bass is thicker. Those are all the things that we would have loved to have back then. And the reason that the music sounds stripped down is because the tools that we had. You understand what I'm saying? Some of the lyrical content might not be as clever for us, but then again, you got to remember, like I always say to people who get mad, I'm like, it's like, who do you get mad at? the crackhead or the crack dealer.
Right.
It wouldn't be a crack.
Right.
Nobody wanted to buy crack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Right.
Somebody likes it. You can't get mad. How about the older generation? What they thought about hip hop when they first heard it?
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Right. So this is actually refreshing to. This is refreshing to hear someone from our generation not sound like a crusty, dusty, bitter, old hip hop head. The way kind of.
I'm not an old man. I'm working on new music with new sounds.
Right.
Like
right.
We have the Funky Pandas. We going see what we have to stop doing is complaining and just invent something new.
Right.
Okay. Take what they're doing. Take that sonic thing and develop into the next level. Wasn't that what hip hop was? Isn't that what hip hop is supposed to be like? In the 80s, it was one thing. Then it developed into something to the 90s. Then the 2000s. Now this. So instead of crying about what's good and what people don't like, all you have to do is go ahead and make something
and do some new shit. Now, speaking of that, I'm going to stop you right there because you are on the cutting edge of the new. Now, check this out. We are totally aware of these full music videos you've done on your cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
Now, let me tell you, those are beautiful. What sparked that?
Well, basically, I had some of those songs sitting around. And because I was working with some Polish guys, and the deal didn't work out as I wanted to do, so those songs were recorded already with OC, Ill Bill, and my boy OSTR, Little Dat. And I decided, you know what? This is the problem with my generation right now, is that we're refusing to be a part of the new technology.
Yes.
In a lot of ways.
Yes.
That's why we're losing. And
yes.
When it comes to fans and this and that, is we're not dealing with the new technology. We need to be a part of it. We can't say, oh, it was like this when I was growing up. And it was, but all right. So I decided, all right, I want to get more into. So I said, you know what? I'm going to give these songs away to people. And I was going to do a little Instagram shout and say, all right, I'm giving away these free songs on my website. And I happen to be in London. You know what'd be ill? If I record the verse on my phone, but use Final Cut to edit it like a real video.
Right.
So
right.
I just through the streets of London. I didn't have any playback or anything. I listened to the song. I kind of remembered the flow of it. I'm good enough because I've been working with Final Cut. See, me, I'm a tech nerd. I've always been. I've had my first computer since 1993.
Yeah.
I've been on computers. I got my deal. I bought all the equipment and everything that I need to do what I need to do. I can always put out records. I can always shoot videos. I could, I have the technology. So I did it on the cell phone and it went crazy. And I was like, you know what? Let me use my GoPro now on the next one and just do some crazy. So whatever city I'm in, I just go after the show and I just go after the show and I just go and find some place and I just shoot myself. I got a gorilla pod. I set the camera somewhere and I just started doing that and I started doing it every week. And I was like, you know what? Let me start getting on my YouTube thing and all these different things that the people are using now to sell music, because the way you sell music now is different. And that's what it is. And that's what we have to understand. See, you might have to give the music away so that somebody will come to your site and then get a piece of vinyl or get a T-shirt or get something else. So it's a different way that we have to sell nowadays. And that's it. You just have to be a part of that. I'm not letting my ego get to me listen, if you give me the money for my T-shirt or the CD, I'm great for any of that as long as you love the music and you're enjoying it.
So there seems to be a really entrepreneurial, self-sufficient technology, aspect to your whole everything. I mean, even in your rhymes from the very beginning. And just recently here in Washington, D.C., Nas did something brand new for the hip-hop world and had the National Symphony Orchestra replay, his debut album, Illmatic.
So that's crazy. And the funny thing is, I was actually in the studio when Nas recorded most of 9 out of the 10 tracks on the record. It was me, Premier, and Nas in the studio. Premier would come pick me up. We would go pick up Nas, and we would sit in there, and he would write the rhymes. We'd hang out, be doing what we were doing. He'd record, and then me, him, and Preem. So I heard Illmatic before most people.
Did you feel like you knew at the time that was something special?
Oh, we knew it was ill. Listen, we knew what we were working with. we would go and we would listen in Premiere MPV and just be like, yo, this is crazy. Like, yo, when we make our record, we got to come crazy, Apreem, because this is crazy. You know? So, I mean, listen, I've always been self-sufficient. I went independent in 1999. And I've been independent ever since then. I told Talib Kweli and all those guys, when we went to Africa, we went to South Africa in 2000. I was with Black Thought, Talib Kweli, Dead Prez. We were in the record store in South Africa. All those guys are on major record labels. My record was the only one in the major record store on the shelves.
So, bro, I got to tell you real quick. You actually, I can tell that was very old school because you actually mentioned MPV. A lot of people are probably that flew over a lot of people's heads there.
No, we caught that. We caught the MPV. You had to be from East New York to really understand the significance of the MPV, right?
Didn't even know.
Could you see? Now, hold on. Now you were there for the making of Illmatic, but you know the sun only rises in the east. For many of us, was an equally as impressive album. Could you see that being redone in symphony format?
I mean, why not? Listen, I'm doing so much different stuff right now. I'm about progression. I'm never gonna be that old dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna be that. Nah. Listen, right now in Europe, I host one of the biggest EDM festivals in Europe. 120,000 people with guys like Steve Aoki and Martin Garrix and Armin van Buuren, and it's different, yeah. And I'm into different. I'm into doing different things and expanding.
Wow.
Isn't that what our art is for?
Yeah. Where do you see the Universal Music Group just inked a deal with Facebook, allowing all of their intellectual property and content to be played license free on that, and then Universal Masters is a new group has a new model with music. Where do you see kind of the future of digital music going?
Meters, turn right.
I mean, well, first of all, I'm glad about all those deals they're making because all my music is on Universal Publishing. So I'll be getting some checks. And,
that never hurts.
And in a few years, I'll be able to own all my masters again. Right?
Really? How did that come about?
Right, because of the new law that they made.
Oh. So
I think after 30 years, you can get your masters back.
So can you tell me?
I mean, everything is new now. It's new technology. You have to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
Look. Everybody talks about old school and 90s and this and that, but they talking about it on the internet,
right?
On cell phones, on they don't have big block TVs and home phone.
Yeah. So, we want to.
So they want everything else to stay the same. They want everything else to change except for hip hop, and that can't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially with the fact
Let's
that
get with it. All the guys stop crying. Come up with some new joints. Come up.
Speaking of coming up with new,
you can come up with something dope.
Speaking of coming up with new styles and new stuff, you've come up with a lot of new material. Can you please just give at least a quick plug to where people can find you on social media and your website?
Hold on, you break up. Could you repeat yourself?
Yeah, I was just saying that with all the new material that you're working on, and I even tune into your Facebook Lives every day, can you tell everybody where to find you on social media and your website? We're experiencing just a little bit of technical difficulties here, but we're going to keep Jeru on the line. Jeru, are you still with me?
I'm still with you. We freezing up a little bit, but it's okay.
Okay.
I'm saying.
We have a perfect still image of you on the screen right now. Where can everybody find your new material? What are the social media addresses to find you and your website?
Okay. First and foremost, my website is www.jeruthedamaja.com, like you spell my name, JeruThedamaja.com. Then you can go to my Instagram, which is Jeru_THEDAMAJA.com. You can catch me on YouTube at youtube.com/JeruThedamaja. JeruThedamaja1. My Twitter at Jeru the Damaja, JeruThedamaja. And I mean, I'm like I said, I've always been tech savvy. I've always been self-sufficient. I was talking to Mr. Funky of the Lords of the Underground, another legendary group.
Legend.
Yes.
And I was, because Funky lives out in France, and we were talking on the phone the other day, and I was like, yo, Funk, listen, I know things are different than the way we used to do them. As far as the social interaction with people, you know, we from the era, we from the Kenny Rogers era, the gambler. We hold our cards close to our chest. You know, we don't let everything out. But now, attention is the new currency. You know, if people don't see you, then you're obscure. So I don't want to go off into obscurity. That's bad for business. That's bad for my art. That's bad for everything. So I'd rather just do something new. I have all of this technology at my fingertips. Why not do something new with it?
Stay relevant.
To be here. I'm always gonna do what's new, and it may be hard pill to swallow sometimes that you have to change with the times, but that's called adapting. That's called evolving. Human beings couldn't be where we are now in these big buildings and talking on the internet if we didn't evolve, if we didn't adapt.
So where do you want like in terms of evolving? You know, there are a few artists like yourself who get it, who see that, you know, they have to change and do new material. Are there any artists that you're inspired by that have been able to gracefully kind of change and adapt to the times?
Right. I mean, listen, people act like change is a bad thing. Change is not 80s to the 90s. Change in the 70s. Like, change is natural.
Change is natural. And
change is a natural life.
We're losing you just a little bit, but I did want to ask one question because I'd be remiss if I didn't ask this, and I'm sure you've gotten this question a whole lot, but, you know, the song Come Clean personally changed my life. And it changed my life because as a young DJ in New York, and especially here in Washington, D.C., you could throw that song on at any single party and absolutely turn out the party, regardless of your skills. Come Clean is one of the greatest hip-hop songs in the history of hip-hop. I have to ask you, what inspired your lyrics on that track?
I mean, I just thought that it was a lot of whack, and we wanted to just dead the whackness, you know what I'm saying? But do it in the hard way, do it in the fly way, do it in the way where we was just killing everybody with the ill new style beat, the new style rhyme flow, and that's what it's still about today. Just stop crying. Come up with some new beats, come up with some new flows, and get it in. You know, I'm not crying. You got to know, listen, people ask me why I moved to Europe. If I want to hunt buffalo, I don't go to Alaska. You know what I'm saying? If I want to hunt lions, I don't go to Brooklyn. You know, you got to know what you're hunting and know where to go, where you find your game. You got to, so I'm where I need to be now, so that I can get what I need to get and do what I want to do and evolve. And that's why me and Psycho came out with the group called the Funky Pandas, because it's an evolution. It's not Jeru the Damaja. It's not the Beat Nut. It's Black Panda and Dr. Love Panda. It's still we still got ill rhyme skills. That's not, we've got killer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now we just coming with new styles on. That's what hip hop is about, constantly coming with new styles. And a lot of people don't get that, you know? So that's all.
Well, thank you so much for calling in with us. I want to just we always end our show with a brief hip-hop unboxing items that we unbox here for the Hip Hop Museum. If you could tell me quickly, you know, any thoughts or comments about some of these items. Right before we close, from Common's latest album, hold on a second, we have some sheet music here that we got in. And Common's newest album, Black America Again, we have an autographed copy of the sheet music from one of the singles, Letter to the Free. Do you think that Common has done a decent job of changing with the times?
Listen, Common is my man. I remember him from being on tour with the Roots and just hanging out. Actually, when Common first moved to New York City, he didn't have a television. I had an apartment with an extra television. I sold him the television. You know what I'm saying? That's my man. Common has done an excellent job.
Wait, this is going to be on TMZ tonight. You sold Common his television?
Yeah, I had an extra television. I have one of them big stupid 30 whatever inches at the time was really big, and he didn't have a TV. I'm like, son, I got an extra TV. I'll sell it to you. That's my man. Common is my man. Shout out to Common, Black Thought. Those are all my dudes. You know what I'm saying? And Common has done an excellent job at just evolving, and that's what it's about. It's about evolving. It's about forget whatever you were. It's what you are now, what you want to be. People try to stick you into being something, what you were. I don't want to be what I was before. I've changed. The way I think about the world changed. My experience in life changed. My experience with people have changed. So I'm changed. It's not selling out. Selling out to who?
Yeah.
Selling what?
Yeah.
No, if anything is doing, it is. And somebody has said to me one night, oh, yeah, man, you moved to Europe. You a sellout. I told him, yeah, I sell out every night. I sell out shows every night. It's packed in the house every night, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
That's a good way to say it, because I think evolving is really what we should aim towards. And when you speak of evolving, and we speak of the Gangstar Foundation, okay, of which you are a part of. Okay, I want to show you what we just opened and unboxed here at the Hip Hop Museum. We have R.I.P. Guru, DJ Premier signed, full clip, a decade of Gangstar signed here for the Hip Hop Museum, and in honor of Jeru being on the show today, we really want to unbox our very, very last item, because we love big, sexy, awesome pieces here. And as you can see, this isn't the biggest, okay, because we do have the Diamond Award from Speaker Box. We do have the Platinum Plaque from King of Rock, Run DMC. But today, coming in, wait, hold on, where is it coming in from? Today, coming in from Fishers, Indiana. Have you ever toured in Indiana?
Out to the Midwest.
Jeru, have you ever toured in Indiana?
I've been to Indiana before 4 years ago.
Okay, so coming in from Indiana, this is an incredible piece. Jeru, the Damaja, I want to ask you what you think and know about Method Man's Tikal Gold RIAA plaque here at the Hip Hop Museum. What do you think about Method Man?
That was a sick album. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know, I have a very, very, very close relationship with Wu-Tang Clan. Not only did I work at McDonald's with Master Killer, but I was with the GZA and the RZA selling books when they told us about the first idea for the Wu-Tang Clan. We used to sit in the park and rhyme, and we used to have kung fu fights at the pier downtown Brooklyn.
Does that have anything to do with why you're wearing this like Shaolin outfit on the cover of?
Listen, we would watch kung fu movies together. I learned how to play chess. The GZA, Master Kid, those guys taught me how to play chess. So in 88, 87, 89, that's what we were doing. Those are the brothers.
Unbelievable. Listen, when you come back to the States, you got to take a stop here at Listen Vision and the Hip Hop Museum. What do you say?
Definitely. And and I'll try to get something over to you guys, because Amelia, shout out to Amelia, my assistant.
Yeah, thank you, Amelia.
I'm getting busy. I even have an assistant.
Yeah, thank you, Amelia.
But shout out to Amelia, because she stays on point with things. And
can we send you something? Can we send you something that you could sign for the Hip Hop Museum? Maybe if we sent you this picture disc, would you mind signing it for the Hip Hop Museum?
How about I think I might have one at home, so you don't have to send it to me, and I could just send you something.
Oh, I think I would faint. Oh my goodness, that's.
All right, so guys, I got it, and it might be because I have a few. I got you.
Okay, I'll take you at your word.
I
I won't listen to this. I won't say what it is that I'm gonna send you. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll send you.
Okay.
I'll send you the original print from Daniel Hastings, who did all of the artwork on The Sunrise in the East, Rap the Man. He did the Can't Stop the Profit video. I actually have the original prints on Kodak paper, and I signed one.
Oh my God! Are you listening, man? Anyone that's listening to this right now in 150 countries, all 50 states, is probably getting a big hip hop boner because Jeru the Damaja is about to bless us with something absolutely invaluable. Thank you so much. And let me ask you.
And that's very rare.
You don't need to tell us. We know. And the artwork on your albums is always impeccable. Thank you for blessing us with beautiful visuals as well as great music.
And I got to give that shout out to, like I said, my man Daniel Hastings, my man Chris Cortez, who did the artwork for Can't Stop the Profit. He did the Jeru the Damaja letters. And another thing, my boy Daniel, he just found all the original artwork for Can't Stop the Profit. He started to digitize and stuff. So what's going to happen soon is the Can't Stop the Profit movie. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Artist and an original script by Jeru the Damaja.
Now, is it going to be animated or live action?
Same animation.
Oh, it's got to be. It's got to be.
The same. I'm using the same exact artist, the same directors to do the movie.
Oh my God! We have to be the first ones to know. We'll debut it. We can do a premiere here in Washington D.C. And if people want to catch you,
start fun that right there.
Oh my! Well, no. You can take me up on that. I'll take you up on your thing, and we'll make this happen. Because when people want to find you on the road or people want to see your concerts, where you're touring a lot, where can they find you next?
Well, tonight I'm in Guelph. That's Ontario.
Okay.
Tomorrow I'll be in Toronto. Just go to songkick.com.
Songkick.
Or you can go to my website. I'm pretty, like I said, I always update my website. I always update the shows and things like that. So just www.jerutthedamaja.com. You can go to Spotify. I have a Spotify artist page, Jeru the Damaja. I'm telling you, I'm part of this new technology, guys.
He gets it. He gets it, guys. Well, listen, we're running short on time. We want to thank Jeru the Damaja for being our guest. We want to quickly show the last little glimpse and image here of Tikal. And is there any parting words that you can leave us with? Any knowledge or inspiration before you depart us?
Yeah. Peace, love, happiness. Try and do, what you feel like you want to do. Remember that you're not your thoughts, you're your actions. You know what I mean? And just try to be the best that you can be for yourself. Don't let people push you down, and and don't be afraid to change. It's okay to change.
Beautiful, beautiful words of wisdom from not just one of the greatest hip-hop legends of all time, but really one of my favorite and someone who had an incredible impact on me. We want to thank you, Jeru, and we want to wish you well and happiness and health and prosperity, and we will contact Amelia online to take you up on that. We will take you up on the movie premiere of an animated Prophet. Oh, my God, you can't stop the Prophet. That's incredible.
For sure.
Okay, take it easy, Jeru. We'll talk to you soon.
Let's leave him with this arm joint from the Beat Nuts, Jeru.
Peace. Take it easy.
Yeah, that's the arm. Would you produce that? I did the video.
I was going to ask you about that earlier. Vicious, man. Good job on that one, brother. With the Beat Nuts, terrible.
Unbelievable.
I got y'all on the line. So we're talking always. You need anything, you just hit Amelia up. You see she gets right back at you. She even called me and was like, "Oh my God, they're trying to call you on Skype." Get through, So
we made it happen.
She's in Europe. So it's like 11, 12 o'clock, but she on point. She's probably watching this right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, thank you, Amelia. Thank you, Jeru. And you can catch us next Friday at 5. This is District Spotlight. I'm Jeremy Beaver. This is my DJ.
B-Dub, the boy wonder.
And we'll catch you then.
Thanks.